Robert F. Palladino from the class of 1943 was a true student athlete. He was a three-sport athlete at NAtick High School, playing 3 years of varsity football, 3 years of varsity basketball, and 3 years of varsity baseball. In his senior year, he was captain of the football team. Also in his senior year, Robert F. Palladino was named to the Boston Traveler All-Scholastic First Team Football, the Boston Globe All-Scholastic Team, the Daily Record Honor Roll, and the Boston Herald All-Scholastic Team. In addition to his athletic successes, the student Robert F. Palladino was voted class president his senior year and was the recipient of the 1942 Outstanding Student Athlete Award. 2012 NAtick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1943, Robert F. Palladino. Edward M. Clasby from the class of 1944 was a three-sport athlete playing football, hockey, and baseball. In football, he was a 3-year varsity player as quarterback, punter, safety, and defenseman. He broke all punting, kicking, and passing records up through 1944. In his junior and senior seasons, Edward M. Clasby was a Bay State League All-Star, Bay State League All-Scholastic, and Eastern Mass All-Scholastic, and received a football scholarship to Notre Dame. In hockey, Edward M. Clasby was a 3-year varsity player as a center iceman. In his junior and senior seasons, he was the Eastern Mass League leading scorer, as well as Eastern Mass League All-Star and All-Scholastic. He also received a hockey scholarship to Boston College. In baseball, a 3-year varsity player at shortstop, third base, and second base. In his junior and senior seasons, Edward M. Clasby was voted a Bay State League All-Star, Bay State League All-Scholastic, and Eastern Mass All-Scholastic. He was a member of the 1944 All-Star State Championship Baseball team, which played at Fenway Park. 2012 NAtick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1944, Edward M. Clasby. James Junie Franchos from the class of 1947 was a three-sport athlete at NAtick High School playing football, basketball, and baseball. In football, he played on the varsity for 3 years, serving as captain his senior year. He scored 15 rushing touchdowns, 10 passing touchdowns, and kicked extra points as well. In his junior year, he was voted to the Boston Globe All-Scholastic team. In basketball, he was a guard on the varsity between 1944 and 1946 and was a member of the 1945 Tech Tourney team. In baseball, he was a 3-year varsity player as a left-handed pitcher and outfielder, batting over .350 for the 3 years. He was a member of the 1945 Class A State Tourney team and was invited to try out with the Boston Braves and the Boston Red Sox. In his senior year, James Junie Franchos was voted NAtick High School's Best Male Athlete. 2012 NAtick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1947, James Junie Franchos. Elizabeth Betty Stocks Crisafulli from the class of 1953 was a three-sport athlete playing field hockey, basketball, and softball. She was also a member of the girls' bowling team for 3 years. In field hockey, she was a 3-year varsity player, serving as captain her junior and senior years. In basketball, Betty was also a 3-year member of the varsity, serving as captain in her senior year. In softball, Betty played on the varsity for 3 years, serving as captain as a senior. She was also secretary of the Girls Athletic League her senior year. After graduation, Elizabeth Betty Stocks Crisafulli returned to the NAtick Public Schools as physical education instructor from 1970 to 1998. 2012 NAtick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1953, Elizabeth Betty Stocks Crisafulli. Peter Smith from the class of 1957 was a three-sport athlete at NAtick High School playing football, basketball, and baseball. In football, he was a member of the 1956 Bay State Football Championship team and received All-State Football Honorable Mention honors. In basketball, Peter Smith was a member of the 1957 Bay State Champion and Class B State Champion basketball team, which was voted into the NAtick High School Athletic Hall of Fame in 2010. He averaged 31 points per game with a season total of 420 points, which included scoring 72 points in the Tech Tourney games at Boston Garden. He was voted Team MVP, All-Bay State League MVP, All-State Second Team, All-Tech Tourney Team, and All-Class B Tech Tourney Team. In baseball, Peter Smith was a member of the 1955 Bay State League co-champions and was voted Team MVP and honorable mention All-State Baseball. In his senior year, he pitched 99 and a third innings with 116 strikeouts, had a record of 8 wins and 3 losses with only 11 earned runs allowed with an ERA of under 1. He struck out 17 in one game and averaged 10.5 strikeouts per 9 innings. He also earned Team MVP and honorable mention All-State Baseball honors. 2012 Natick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1957, Peter Smith. William Pettengill from the class of 1964 was a 3-sport athlete at Natick High School playing football, basketball, and baseball. In football, he played quarterback, accumulating 1,400 yards in total offense, and was voted All-Star Bay State League, Boston Globe Bench Honorable Mention at quarterback, 3-time recipient of the JC's Player of the Week Award, and Natick Herald Player of the Thanksgiving Day Game. In basketball, William Pettengill was the first Natick High School basketball player to score over 400 points in just 18 regular season Bay State League games, and held the single-season scoring record of 463 points, an average of 23.2 points per game, all done prior to the introduction of the three-point line. In his junior year, he was voted All-Star Bay State League and Boston Globe second-team All-Scholastic. In his senior year, he was voted Boston Globe Bench All-Scholastic, Boston Herald All-Scholastic, Leonard H. Foley Award for MVP, and the Eastern Mass Edward M. Smokey Kelleher Sportsmanship Award. Throughout his basketball career, he was an 11-time recipient of the Natick JC's Player of the Week Award, and in his senior year, won the JC's Player of the Year Award. In baseball, William Pettengill was a 3-time All-Star Bay State League and 3-year member of the N Club, as well as the recipient of the N Club Scholarship. As a shortstop in his junior year, he was voted Boston Globe First Team All-Scholastic, Boston Globe Class A First Team All-Star, Record American Sunday Advertiser First Team All-Scholastic, Record American Advertiser Hearst All-New England First Team, and All-American Amateur Baseball Association All-Star. His senior year, he was voted a Boston Globe All-Scholastic. As a senior, William Pettengill was voted Natick High School's all-around athlete. 2012 Natick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1964, William Pettengill. Joan Murphy from the class of 1978 was a 3-sport athlete at Natick High School playing field hockey, basketball, and softball. In field hockey, she was a 2-time MVP at goalie. In her senior season, she recorded 3 shutouts with a 1.42 goals against average and saved 3 out of 4 penalty shots. Because of her outstanding play, Joan Murphy was voted Bay State League All-Star and first Boston Globe Field Hockey All-Scholastic player as goalie. In basketball, she was voted MVP her senior year. In softball, Joan Murphy earned Bay State League All-Star honors at center field her senior year. Joan Murphy was voted Outstanding Female Athlete her senior year and was the first female to be awarded an athletic scholarship in field hockey. 2012 Natick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1978, Joan Murphy. Richard Costello from the class of 1981 was a Hall of Fame hockey player at Natick High School. In his 3 years as a member of the varsity hockey team, he was voted All-League and All-State All-Star all 3 years. In his sophomore year, he was voted Bay State League Rookie of the Year and Massachusetts Rookie of the Year. In his junior season, Richard Costello was the Bay State League scoring leader. In his senior year, he was again the Bay State League scoring leader as well as the Massachusetts State scoring leader. He was voted Bay State League MVP and Massachusetts State MVP as well. Richard Costello was the U.S. National Sports Festival scoring leader in 1978, 79, 80, and 81. In his senior year at Natick High School, he was selected to the U.S. National Olympic Team for 1983 and 84 and was selected 33rd overall by the Philadelphia Flyers in the 1981 NHL Draft. 2012 Natick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1981, Richard Costello. Doug Flutie from the class of 1981 was a 3-sport athlete at Natick High School playing football, basketball, and baseball. In football, he was a 3-year varsity player, serving as captain his senior year. In his first varsity football game as a sophomore, Doug Flutie scored a 60-yard touchdown while playing safety after stealing the ball from the Winchester High School fullback. As a sophomore, he also kicked the last-second game-winning 38-yard field goal at Braintree. In his junior and senior seasons, he was voted team MVP as well as Bay State League All-Star. He had 23 career interceptions and was voted Boston Globe All-Scholastic and Boston Herald All-Scholastic 3 years in a row. In basketball, Doug Flutie also served as captain and was voted a Bay State League All-Star in 1979 and 1980. In 1980, he scored 36 points against Walpole. In baseball, Doug Flutie was voted a Bay State League All-Star in the 1979 and 1980 seasons, and in his senior year pitched 2 one-hit shutouts. 2012 Natick High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee from the class of 1981, Doug Flutie.